I went to church in East London.
Can we put my phone aside? Sorry.
Say East London. Say East London.
What?
Say East London.
What?
Say East London.
That's what I said.
No.
Say again.
Oh, I just clocked. I just clocked. Nah, you're actually done. Yo, what if I would? Anyways. But and then from then, I would say year 10, I had girls coming from different schools to talk about Balaji, but they didn't even know what I looked like. So people would walk past me being like, "Oh, who's this Balaji guy that everyone's talking about?" So I went to school in Greenwich. I had girls coming from Lucian Borough to talk or to look at Balaji.
Wow.
So I'll be like, "Rah, this is mad, man. Getting all this attention." And then I used to go to church, well, I still do, in East London. And
CBC.
One of my friends went to a school in East London. So, like, when we used to go out and that, I used to see her friends and then, like, some of the school, well, I won't say her friends, but some of the girls that were in her year would be like, "Oh, Ralph, who's that guy? Da, 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 da." So then I had girls from East London as well. So I was like, "Yo, man, I'm doing this."
Area code.
So I was getting gassed at this time. So I was like, okay, cool. Girls in Greenwich, girls in Lewisham, girls in Southwark, and in Newham. So I was like, yo, slow down. So at this time, remember, I'm 14, 15, and I'm getting gassed. I'm thinking, okay, cool. So then that kind of led to college, which was when Gaim was formed, the Gaim, the Gallus. And then, yeah, I think I had like a 3-year spell where I was a dog, man. Like, but I was a respectful dog. I didn't
How can you be respectful?
Like, I didn't ever violate anybody in terms of like telling them something that they needed to hear or wanted to hear. I was always honest from the jump, like, yo, I'm not interested in that. So if that's what you're on, like, we should cut it now. And then, yeah, so like some guys would be like, "Oh, we're just seeing it." They don't ever want to see from. They know what they want from the jump. But I think I was blunt and just say, "Yo, like, if you're on that, then I'm on that. If you're not on that, then let's call it quits." But then that's how Gaim kind of formed. So it started from being vain, getting gassed. All these girls were onto man, and then feeding into that hype, walking past cars and looking at myself and like, "Bro, what of that stuff?" And then starting to think like, "Raw, all these girls are onto man."
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then, yeah, that's how the F-boy became present.
Okay, so listening to your kind of like past story and like where you're at right now, what would you say is like the key, not the key, but like, is there a particular ways or any specific way as to overcoming this phase of like being an F-boy or being a gallus or whatever? And if that is the case, is there a certain period of time? Does it take a certain time? How long did it take for you as well personally to overcome that phase and that kind of F-boy kind of cycle that you was in?
I feel it's very subjective. So for me personally, there was a period where I would go raving, and so I broke up with my ex. Went raving, any girl that was cool. So that was my kind of way of to heal. It's very subjective. I feel, for me personally, I used to go raving, broke up with my ex, and that was my way of kind of healing. Going raving, moving to bed girls just to get over it. And then I think it's you definitely go through a phase where you want to smash everyone, but then as you're getting older and older, you're like, bruh, this routine of telling a girl this, that whole talking stage is very long. Like, just let me bang. Like, what are you saying?
I'm so done. So was that actually your thought process at the time?
What's that?
Like, I don't want to chat to anybody else. Sort of thing.
It wasn't my thought process at the time. It just so happened to be my way of dealing with it. Like, I remember one of my friends, he called me up and he was like, "Oh, we're going out," and I was like, "No, I'm not going." And he just pulled up at my house and he was like, "Get ready, let's go." So
And you went?
we went out. We went out, and I remember like there was this girl who was staring at me the whole night. But because I wasn't really on, obviously I just broke up with my ex at the time, so like, I was still kind of mentally on that. And then she was watching me, and she probably thought I was gay. No offense to the gay people, because like she was giving all the hints in the world to say, "Yo, fam, move to me," and I just wasn't moving to her because I wasn't on being at that party at that time. But I just needed to. I think after that phase of okay, cool, let me deal with it mentally. I went through that raving stage where every week I was raving. I wasn't really dealing with it. It was just blocking how I really felt. But then obviously time is the best healer, as they say. So as time went on, I was just like, okay, I'm getting older now. What are you really trying to do? And then I won't say out of the blue because my fiance now, I kind of had priors with her in terms of we used to see each other, or she used to talk to Gerald on FaceTime, and I was in the back, and she used to be like, "Oh, who's that guy?" And I'll be like, "What? Who, me?" And obviously, yeah, that used to get on my friend's nerves, and then we just kind of started talking, and then it kind of like it happened so like organically, and then yeah, we kind of fell for one another, and then here we are getting married. But it took me having to go through that phase to get into that, because had I not gone through that, I think me and my partner's relationship would have been toxic, because I was still harboring the stuff that I was dealing with my ex. But it's definitely subjective. I can't say there's a period where you go through it. It's just like when you know it's up, or the time's up, because you have 50-year-old guys who are still gallus, 60-year-old man. Yeah. Like there's one lady on my road, you found the whole like the pensioners. Yeah, that's who they all smash. Yo, fam, they're all smashing it, and then they come out and be like, yeah.
I'm so crying.
It just depends, man. If you're on trying to look for something beyond just the sleeping and whatnot, then it will come. I was praying, and to my surprise, not to my surprise, but out of the blue, God answered my prayers, and here we are, B. Here we are.
So from your F-boy stages, like around the college times, to your first relationship, how long was that period? Or like from that stage of like being in college and doing whatever to getting into your first relationship, did you still feel like the F-boy kind of seed was still in you, even like during a relationship, or was it like complete at the time that you had decided to commit to somebody and be in a relationship? Was you totally like
anytime I've been in a relationship, like there is no F-boy in me. It's just okay, I'm focused, I'm committed to this person. But when I was in college, after I think it was the final year or the summer of when I was going to uni, I got saved. But there was someone who I was seeing prior to that who would try it, and I shut it down. Like that was the first time I kind of refused any sex, and it was like, wow, so I can refuse sex. So that's when I knew. No, because if you know me prior to that, someone trying to offer themselves to you, you would kindly.
I hear that.
You know what I'm saying? You would fully enter, but I didn't enter. There we go.
There we go.
But I declined it, and then so as I was saying, that was the first time I kind of declined advances from a female, and we had obviously history prior to that, and obviously that's the time I was taking my faith a little bit more serious, studying the word, getting to know God a little bit more, and then I think a year after or 2 years after, I was I think I was abstinent for about 2 years. Met my ex, we got together. So yeah, I went a 2-year period where I was abstinent, and yeah, I would say It was about 2 years.
Looking in hindsight now, do you have any regrets of that period where you was an F-boy? Are there any regrets?
Yeah, being one. I think as much as we try to play it down, your friends, your surroundings, your environment plays a part as to how you view women and how you maneuver yourself. So my circle of friends at the time, if I was strong enough to, I wouldn't say make my own decisions, because I always made my own decisions, but if I wasn't easily or influenced by them, maybe I wouldn't have been an F-boy. Or if I didn't feed into the hype of me being an attractive guy or thinking I was attractive at the time, maybe I wouldn't have slept with that girl or did that with this girl or linked that girl or whatever. But yeah, those are my regrets. Saving myself for marriage, I wish I did, because that's one thing that that's another thing to look forward to into marriage. Any more regrets? I think that's it, really. I wish I could have erased the F-boy out of me. But saying that, if I didn't
go for it,
there'd be no Real Talks with Dr. Gaim.
I hear that.
So I kind of think everything kind of worked out in his favour.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
What would you say is your? Is there a difference? Because these terms get thrown around a lot in our generation and like between friends and stuff like that. So is there a difference between being an F-boy and being a gyalis? I kind of think they're the same thing, kind of. But being somebody that's been educated and
I wish.
been, in that kind of phase and in that scene, like, is there a difference between being an F-boy and being a gyalis? And if that's the case, like, what is the difference?
I don't think there's a difference per se. Just two different words. They're both womanizers. Both have the same objective in terms of sleeping with multiple women. Gallus just sounds cool. I think F-boy is definitely a now thing. Gallus is a then thing, but they're the same thing for me personally. I think they both just have different. I just think it's the person who is the Gallus or the F-boy has a different way about maneuvering. So one might be spreading lies and telling this girl, I'm going to marry you, I'm going to marry you. Once I beat, I go. Or maybe my approach, who is very straightforward and be like, yo, if you're not on what I'm on, you gas to go. And yeah, no difference per se. It's just, I think one is a now word and one is a early 2000
I hear that. Wow, it's been nice to kind of see or understand how you've gotten to the point of like making this YouTube channel and giving advice to women and the mandem of this generation, because we all need it. Everybody wants to get into relationships and stuff, so it's definitely a good thing to see. My last question to you would be, if you could advise your younger self, what would you advise to your younger self? Any gems, words of wisdom to the younger Gaim?
I think growing up in ends, the way certain guys view women as things, objects. Like even now you hear them say, what, did you beat it? What is it?
God forbid.
As if she's some piece of meat. So I think if I could speak to a younger me, it would be like, you were raised by a woman. Obviously my dad was present, not about that to say, but my mum raised me better than that. So I should know the difference on how to speak to a woman. I never ever spoke to a woman like she was a piece of meat. But I think the respect should have been at a higher ceiling because my mum and dad raised me better than that. So even now when I see people say, what did you beat it? Yeah, man, beat it, I think it's very degrading. Or when they refer to women as bitches, or like it's just like they're below you or beneath you. Yeah, that stuff really jars, man. But yeah, man, just how how I approached women, maybe I would have changed, and not to see it as a game.
No pun intended.
Did you see what I did? Anyways, but yeah, just to not see it as a game, because these are feelings, these are people you are dealing with. I'm sorry if to any of the females that if you caught feelings and I didn't catch them back for you, I'm sorry. But,
Public apology.
Yeah. Apologies from the dip. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's if I'm being serious. Yeah, that's all I would say. If I could change those things from the past, I would.
Hear that. Well, it's been absolutely amazing chatting to my bro. And yeah, Real Talks with Dr. Gaim. This is the platform for advice, relationship advice, and just advice in general. He's been through a lot and has a lot of gems that he's going to be posting on his YouTube channel. So guys, keep your eyes peeled for more videos. If you've got any topics that you want him to speak about as well, anybody that you want to see him speak with as well, drop some comments, message,
subscribe,
like, plug the thing, all of it. Your social media handles.
Real Talks with Dr. Gaim on all social media, my YouTube. Let's make sure you subscribe, like, comment. Anything you don't want me to discuss, let man know. Thanks for watching, man.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you very much for watching today's episode of Real Talks with Dr. Gaim. For more content, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Peace.